Hi there, it's real estate coach Josh Vegan, and welcome to this week's coaching tip. What we're going to talk about today is about really getting clear about what you do every day of the week. You see, to be a great real estate agent, you're going to need to work with some structure. And the problem is a lot of people don't have that daily structure, which is actually going to set them up for success. What we know is that every day you want to think AM, prospect, PM, appointments. And it's a really important part of building a great business, because if you don't get those calls done at the start of the day, there's no way they're going to get done by the time we get to the end of the day. One of my basic rules is that the first hour of every day should always be spent in marketing. And for me, that's about getting on the phone and speaking to my customers and booking the appointments. So don't be afraid to do that. Get up there and be almost like Tom Cruise, I guess, in Jerry Maguire, and show me the money and do the work that actually gets you the results. What I would also get you to consider is that every day of the week in real estate shouldn't be a surprise. We know that there are certain days and certain activities that lead you to certain results. So let's have a look at the days of the week and some of the things that you need to be doing. On a Monday, for example, we're going to talk about doing open for inspection callbacks. Now, this is a really important part of the real estate industry from all the people that we got to meet over the weekend, and seeing whether or not we can actually get the residential street address of where they live, but also talk to them specifically how we can be helping them from a buying perspective, if not on the home that they inspected, on other properties that we've also got available. It is also a great day, and we're going to do this every day of the week, where we actually search that every single time that there is a new listing on the major real estate websites, that we're thinking about all of the people that we know that live in and around that particular property, to let them know about that property being listed or that property actually being sold. Now, that 10-step just listed and just sold process is really something that we're seeing gaining significant traction for being the dominant lead generator for the agents that we get to work with. Then by the time we come to Tuesday, Tuesday's all about doing what we call our second round callbacks. That's about calling all the people that we rang on Monday that we didn't actually get to speak to. And the benefit of doing our second round callbacks is that then we're in a position that we can start to have a conversation with those people. Now, if you don't call them back for a second time on the Tuesday, if you didn't get to speak to them on the Monday, then all you were was a salesperson just doing a few calls, not really caring about the outcomes. What we also do on a Tuesday is to call through our pipeline of potential sellers. Now, what a great agent will do is they'll do their pipeline review meeting on a Tuesday, having a look at the properties that are in and around the marketplace, but also going through every single one of those potential sellers and starting to think, what should I be talking to these people about? Properties that have been listed, properties that have been sold, changes in market dynamics, weekend open for inspection results, but most importantly, what we can do to help that client to make the next steps happen. Now, again, we're also going to be doing our 10-step just listed and just sold process, and that's going to really start to build us some momentum. On Wednesdays, we do what we call our 10-day open for inspection callback. That's where we ring back all the buyers that we got to speak to 10 days ago on the Monday to see whether or not they've actually found a property. And it's great buyer service, and that buyer service will find us more potential sellers. What we are trying to do there is to also find out the residential street address of where they live, so then we can run our 10-step just listed and just sold process across that particular data set. We're also going to do our second round callbacks, and that's going to really start to build some momentum. On Thursdays, we're going to be doing a lot of work with all of the existing clients of the firm. That's where we want to be talking to all the people that have bought from us in the past, all the people that have previously sold with us in the past, and starting to really work our key referrers. And it is a really important part around what we do. Again, second round callbacks from the day before, and also our just listed and just sold 10-step process. By the time we come into a Friday, that's all around getting buyers to open for inspections and inviting them to auctions and even private appointments that we'd be doing on the weekend. And that's a really important part around what we do. That followed by our 10-step process for just listed, just sold, and also in addition to that, the second round callbacks from the day before. So hopefully what you're starting to do is you're starting to get a bit of a picture that every day actually has a rhythm. Now, what I do when I go to work inside of specific teams is I get people to build an all-day calendar appointment. And inside of that all-day calendar appointment on a Monday, we list out those activities that need to be done. And if we're working in a team, we also have a look at each of the individual roles and what actually happens for that particular person on that day. Now, it sounds like a lot of work to initially set up, but I'll tell you what, it gives you absolute clarity when you're working inside of a business to see whether or not we have or haven't actually achieved our objectives. And this is really what we're talking about now. Getting consistency around the days of the week and the types of activities and the types of jobs that we need to do in order to be able to build a business for success. And what I will tell you is it's the jobs that we get done for the customer that change everything for us inside of our business. So if you want to be consistent, work towards making sure that you're clear around what happens every day and that you deliver on your promise to self to be the very best agent that you can by doing the work that actually counts. I really hope that you've enjoyed today's coaching tip, and I look forward to seeing you next week.